Hello. Today is day 10, so a nice round number to do another just range of motion and movement update. So, pretty good, ability to kind of flex out and get straight at day 10. So, that's definitely nice. Honestly, since day, not too much of a real difference, except that stuff is starting to get like easier to do. So, pretty good like extension and flexion. In terms of this has definitely gotten better over the course of the week. The ability to straighten my leg out was very crucial to get the guidance to start working on like flexing the outer side of my quad as well as the inside. That made a huge difference. And specifically, something that's worth calling out that has gotten a lot easier is like now I can lift my leg up onto the couch without having to pull it up with my left leg, which is a pretty huge benefit. But I know what you're thinking. We know all of this, Colin. When are we going to start asking the real questions? When are we going to be able to get back on the bike? Well, now we're going to find out together as long as we don't fall on our ass on the way. So, with our newfound thing, we can swing old Bessie around. Ugh. Alright. I'm just going to start with like my heel. Pedal. Made it around. Oh yeah. Smooth silk. So probably a little bit more time before going to be ready to bike, but progressing in the right direction. So do a quick stairs update. Honestly, not much has changed about this since Wednesday. Still kind of going up and down. I am and have started experimenting with the idea of stepping up with my left leg or my right leg on the step, but it's definitely a chancy endeavor. And going down, definitely not trying that. Still going down one step at a time. But getting like more and more confident with it, where I don't feel like it's going to buckle. So it's good. Cut. And then finally, quick walk test. Again, nothing really that different. So, not too much different from the other day. And while I can walk like relatively steady, definitely distances are difficult. Like getting into physical therapy today was a challenge for just like how far I have to walk. Like certainly I couldn't walk like all the way to the back and like over there and back without being pretty damn sore afterwards. So that's like the real limiting factor at the moment. And even doing stuff like going up and down the steps, like I right now would definitely want to sit down and put my leg up. But it's definitely improving. I can also feel a decent amount of like popping in my knee, which talking to the doctor, he says that like it's still obviously ridiculously swollen. So like that should resolve some, but in general, like the swelling has come down very significantly from where it was this time last week. This week has definitely been an improvement, especially with regard to swelling in like my calf and thigh. So moving in the right direction there. Well, in terms of a more general update, things definitely feel like they were progressing. Like I mentioned in the walking video, the swelling is definitely coming down. So that's nice. And the bruising on the outside of my leg is also seems like it's getting a little bit better, although it still has a long way to go. So that's nice as well. Feel like I'm going to be saying this for a little while, but for sure the thing which is the biggest pain is the nerve damage stuff. So still can't like lift my foot up really. I keep thinking that maybe it's getting slightly better or I'm getting like a little bit more movement. which feels maybe a little bit better than it was. Hard to say. But it is interesting because I get like weird sensation. So like last night at, like laying in bed, suddenly the top of my foot is starting to like get a very weird, like tingly, cold sensation. And then was getting kind of like electric shock almost feels like in the middle of the night and like a couple of times today, which is definitely annoying when it comes to trying to sleep. But it makes me hopeful that something is changing and it's like starting to wake up. So, still just kind of like playing the waiting game there. But by all accounts, like the actual knee itself seems like it is, kind of progressing well. The PT today, said that at like 10 days, seemed like I'm in a pretty good position for that. So all that is nice. I am currently taking, because of the nerve pain, am taking the lighter of the two narcotics. I want to go back off of that, but Monday and Tuesday were pretty brutal. So Wednesday went back on it consistently, although I'm still kind of experiencing the pain in the evening and at night, keeping me from sleeping, which makes me wonder if maybe I'm just not getting a lot out of it. So thinking about stopping that so that I can just kind of see what a baseline is again, because I'd very much like to not be on the drugs. But yeah, that's kind of the general day 10, chugging along.